Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then please subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Today I have a Panasonic R-77 AM calendar radio. I've been wanting this radio for a while. I purchased this one off of eBay for a total of $29 shipped in the original box. Yeah, I paid a little bit more for this radio, but it's in great shape, and ever since I started buying radios again, I was looking at this one and I kept finding crappier ones and beat up ones, and I almost pulled the trigger on a couple of them, but I'm glad I waited and got a real nice example. It's just a really unique radio. Let's check out the box. Panasonic R-77 AM calendar radio. Illustration of what it looks like. Cool. AM calendar radio. Osaka, Japan. Alright. On the back, location of controls. You can change the days across here so you can still use this. It's still valid in 2018. Yeah. I love it. Tuning controls, 525 to 1605. Alright, on-off volume control. We'll show you all that stuff. We'll open it up and look at the insides. Should you need service, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's go ahead and open it up. I put it in a plastic bag because it didn't come in one. So I figured I could reuse this plastic bag. Box is empty. Put a little cardboard insert in the bottom. Alright, the radio. Let's go ahead and show you the radio. Okay, we'll go over dimensions and we'll talk about it here. So let's go ahead and go size. So dimensions of this radio, 3 3/4 inch wide, 3 3/4 inch high, and a depth of 2 inches. It's like a little cube. Now, would this look cool sitting on your desk at work? Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome. Or at home. It's just a shelf piece that looks really cool, and it works. So I'm digging it. It is a bit of a fingerprint magnet with this high kind of sheen brushed plate, but that's cool. You know, they don't make radios with metal plates anymore. Yeah, I like it. So let's see. When I got the radio, it didn't quite work right, even though it's like mint condition. So I had to do some work on it. I'll kind of show you what I did. And then I still am wondering if this radio is just a quiet radio in nature. So we'll find out what we can hear tonight. I did some daytime scanning and got my strong stations and a couple faint ones, but not too much. But let's go ahead and go over the features. So this radio, if you notice, has a cool, Sunday through Saturday marker there. And on the side here, the day, you use this little wheel to change it. You just grab it, turn it. And this is how you adjust what day of the month it is. So we just kind of, I wonder if we can go backwards. Nope, we can only go forwards. So it's a little tight, but it works. So we're going to go put it back to where it was. There we are. All right. So yeah, I like how these numbers are cut into the grill. It's great. And the speaker's behind there. So, yep. So you got to see the wheel and how that day select works. Pretty neat. The front, Panasonic. We have a little window in there. It's really hard to see that. I should have like a flashlight. Can you guys see that there? Yeah, you can. We'll try to tune this thing. This tuning is stiff. Do you guys know what to use to clean this? This is one thing where I was nervous about always trying to clean the plastic type tuner. I leave it alone usually and just work it. Try to loosen it up just by use. Because I just can't see how to get it clean without hurting it. So, all right. And then that's our tuning indicator. And then, of course, you saw the day of the weeks and then the day of the month, 1 through 31. It's pretty cool. On the right-hand side, we do have the tuning wheel. You saw me turning it. And then we have the on-off volume wheel. Okay. And then on the bottom, we have some information. Let's see. Panasonic model number R-77. Made in Japan. Sweet. And in 1976, so I'm guessing that's when they started making these. I guess they made these for a few years. I don't know if they made these into the 80s or not, but you guys can tell me if you know the fact on that. Takes 2 AA batteries, which you'll see here in a moment. So I had to do some repairs. Pop this open. You just hit this little open thing here, which is great. And yeah, this was, everything was nice and new about it, but I guess somebody had left batteries in here. And so one of the terminals corroded really bad. So I had to scrape it, and then I actually tried to resolder the bare copper. I didn't want bare copper. So I put some solder there, and it seemed to help a lot on the connection for that battery. That was one issue. Second issue, it was quiet, really, really quiet, and I was just hoping to replace the capacitors, so I did. I replaced the 3, the 1, 2, and 3, and these are Panasonic capacitors. It's interesting, this 220, it's usually on lower voltage ones, it's smaller. It's like half the thickness for the 220, but that fits in there with the case closed, so I used a larger but the same value, so it's working fine as far as that goes. So what I'm thinking is why the radio is still quiet. I mean, it improved a little bit. I'm guessing it's something to do with the IF transformers. They do have small capacitors of their own. I don't believe they're electrolytics, but there could be some problems there with those. I did do adjustments on these to try to brighten the stations up because I know how to do that now without ruining the radio. And I was able to get it the best I could. And I didn't really have to mess with the dial, so I left the oscillator coil alone. There's our antenna. Pretty much its original wax there. I didn't try to move those loops at all because I even got it banded down. So, but that's how the insides work. And it's real easy to pull this board out. It's like a plastic tab here, and then there's a plastic tab over here. And you just loosen them, and this thing just pops up, comes out, and there's one screw that holds the speaker in. You pull the speaker out, and it's you can work on the board. So it's really easy to service. Kind of glad for that. Could put this back on, and on the back here, see it's got the serial code. I don't know if you guys can date it by that. It's kind of interesting, and it's got the little battery supports there. So, all right, and then speaker size. It was about a 2-inch speaker going across here. It didn't fill up the whole thing, so give you an idea of the speaker size. And we'll go ahead and turn it on and see what we can hear tonight. Now, set this down. We'll lower this. And I got my CC pocket to check frequency, and it is 10:09 p.m. Central Standard Time. Always like to make sure you guys know what time it is. Oh yeah, and for size reference, deck of cards, CC pocket next to it. Yeah, don't you love that? And then I got a Magnavox. You guys remember the Magnavox 39? It's a good little radio. I love this little radio. Cheaply made, but it works really well. Get an idea. All right, this actually performs really good. So anyway, the Panasonic R-77. Okay, let's see what we can hear tonight on the Panasonic. Turning it on. And I'm at the 530 there. It's going to be hard to see with that window all the way back in there. Yeah, we'll just have to deal with it as we go here. Let's see if I can get a light. I can just kind of flip it in the light and check it. Okay. I hear voices. Not in my head. What do you think? Is this thing cool or what? Man, I'm digging it. Even if I get my locals.
And punishment on law-abiding citizens who purchase those weapons legally, have maintained them safely, and have no reason to face this kind of attack. Honestly, what this is about...
I may have a transformer plugged in. Let me plug it. Okay, everybody's talking. Talk. Okay. Wish this had more music on the AM band up here. I have to turn up the volume a lot. If it jams on your ears, I'm sorry. Dial's pretty accurate. Not sure what station it is. 630 possibly.
You can also qualify for free shipping and free batteries for life. Your hearing aids are so lightweight and comfortable all day long. They're practically invisible too, so others won't even notice you're wearing them.
So this is 650, I believe. We'll double check it. Oh, jeez. Sensitive. Yep, so this is 650 WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles, believe it or not. I guess not too bad for a little desktop radio. Shit. This is 670.
See the Cubs put a run on the board after back-to-back shutouts, but Javi Baez ends that stretch with a big...
Put the volume a lot. It's the only problem with the radio.
Great highlight of the game in the second inning.
It's quiet in between stations. Yeah, I'm glad to get that. WLW Cincinnati, 300 miles. Yeah, it's better than nothing, right?
And you sort of draw from that as a way to get inspiration.
Well, that speaks to my next question about you creatively, both as a writer and an actor.
It'd be cool to listen to your local stations on your desk. I think it would be neat.
Of love, how have you evolved? How have you seen your performance and
720
your
WGN,
leadership, but
Chicago.
also your creativity?
Listening to Stardust with Ziggy.
Hey, 740.
Zoomer Radio, AM 740, and downtown Toronto at 96.7 FM.
Cool. Now that was nice, fine. It sounded good. All right, now that was CFZM, as you heard, Zoomer Radio, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles away. We're not going to get WSB or anything, but we might get Detroit. We should.
On Friday, the Tom's Price Warehouse Road, next to Costco. I'll see you Saturday at the Tom's Price Furniture Warehouse sale in Bloomingdale.
That's 780.
Latest traffic and weather.
So Detroit, I must be missing it.
Online with a doctor 24/7. So if you need a prescription for
That's
the
probably
flu or
it.
something, it's so convenient. for
Just
you and your
double check.
family. So yeah, this is one of those why did I wait on this things. And if you don't love your current
So
health plan,
WJR Detroit,
you're not
270.
stuck with it. You can join
Yeah,
Medishare
not happy with that
anytime.
performance.
By the way, to give you an idea,
Surprised why the Zoomer really blasted through. Nice.
$500 a month.
Usually this station's pretty loud.
So
Oh, turn that down. All right, so let's go ahead and keep rolling.
I stayed in 10 up to this road.
780 Chicago.
Anything except for debt. And any bonuses we got are razorly put towards debt. Wise, wise. In fact, the first year I was in my house we bought, after being here enough years, we were like, okay, we're
Let's see what this is. You guys
ready by then.
hanging with me?
We weren't ready. We were going to buy. What is it? I was not happy. I felt despaired. I felt upset.
820. So it's possible.
We had an emergency fund.
It's that Dallas Fort Worth station, WBAP, which is, I can't remember the distance, but it's pretty far from Chicago. And you guys who has the crow flies, you can put that in. It's a possibility that's the station. Cool. So you can tell just by that distinct weird interference sound. I can't attribute it to anything in the house. This is WCCO, and it's always on the station. And it's 8:30 Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles.
for the first deadline, www.getmyfreedomchecks.com. How would you like $50 to
So
try
this is
an app that
WHAS,
could change
Louisville.
your life for a limited time? When you download the Tackle app for free,
So about
you'll
300
get
miles.
$50 off your first job.
840.
Gives you access to background check providers.
Right next to it's usually Denver. I don't think we're going to get Denver. Be shocked.
If I do I redo the mortgage just to bring it down and keep it for interest?
This might be it.
I would not redo the mortgage. No, you're not gonna make enough money. You're gonna sell it, and so you're not gonna hold it long enough to make redoing the mortgage make
Yep,
sense.
there you go. So KOA Denver.
Something silly on it.
Beautiful. 890 miles. KOA. Sweet. Well, the little radio's working.
Because you may break even work so fast that it makes sense to refinance the mortgage. If you
Let's see, JBC's next to it.
Permettez-moi de mettre mes 6 vestons au garde-robe un moment pour dire que je ne
It's really hard to tune.
j'ai vécu un jour
Stiff.
market in
So that's CJBC out of Toronto, Ontario. Sweet. And then right after it's WWL. That might be it. Let's see. This radio's like way outperforming that, but that's okay. But it's getting it. Barely. The volume all the way up. Alright. Let's just breeze through here. Actually, I don't know if we're going to get WCBS. Probably not. So we're getting 890. I think this is WCBS, but you can barely make it out. Pretty hard to listen to, so let's turn it down. So we get the idea what this radio can do. I'm just going to scroll on up, see if we hear anything fun. Like I said, it's pretty quiet through the bands, unfortunately. Or through the band, I mean. AM radio. So the dial's pretty dead on. It's 1,000 right there. I'm not sure what's going on there. Curious what this faint station is. It's 1020. Okay, give me a second here. Okay. So 1040. We are at Des Moines, Iowa. Jeez, 280 miles. Not a big deal.
In front of Archie Bradley, who we did see tonight. He pitched in the 8th inning, and Boxberger's
be 1100.
That's tops in all of the league saves the way back. He's got four for Colorado.
1120 WKMX, KMLX, excuse me. St. Louis.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. If you're in Missouri, and we are free. We're back. Let's head over to the Cavs locker room. Well, you know it's time on the clock.
Should be 1100. Cleveland. WTAN.
Just a personal thing with me. I do sin, and I'm not really affecting everyone else, but you are. If you're calling the body of
price, and this is why it's so important that we're not looking the other way. And furthermore, do we really care?
1140 Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles. WRVA.
I'm so glad I went to iPlay.com and downloaded the app. It's my daily sanity restoration. I play every day.
I figure out what this is now.
It's the perfect spot for your corporate event. Let Eagleville Golf Club cater to your specific needs, accommodating from 25 to 400 guests. Eagleville Golf Club has hosted corporate events for most of Rochester's top companies.
Oh, Rochester. Okay. Well, that was easy. I just go by that. So this is Wham, 1180, New York. My CC pocket's acting up. Oh, there we go. Now it's working.
Sure, maybe it's overkill. Maybe you don't need to be ready for every worst-case scenario.
All right.
That's what makes Simply Safe's home security system the best. It is always ready. Simply Safe's triple safeguard protection.
Okay, let's go ahead and go up. So yeah, 1180. That was 545 miles. WHAM. Sweet. It came in pretty clear. Just gonna cruise up to the top here.
Sorries, and then you got another coming off the bench, so they've been playing some good ball.
Let's see if I'm 1540.
We didn't even hear that. What role did your guys' turnovers play in their rally in the second half, and then what did limiting those?
1530. Cincinnati, Ohio, WCKY. 300 miles. This is 1610. So we're getting CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. Cool. There's a couple of things happening there. It's 1630, which is, what do we got there? KCJJ, Iowa City, about 175 miles away, but a low power tower, 1,000 watt tower. So we're getting past what they said on the box. So it goes up to 1,700. That's what we're getting. Alright, cool. That's the top of the band. Alright, we are done with the Panasonic R-77. Yay! Like I say, fingerprint magnet, but keep a cloth handy. Keep it looking good. Yeah, so final thoughts on the little cube radio. Is it worth $30? I don't know. It's probably worth about 15, 20. It's fairly common. You see them quite often. I'm glad I got with the box. I thought it was pretty cool to get the original box with it. And it looks like it hasn't been beat up or anything. It's just not a DXing radio. It's just kind of a fun little novelty you can put on the desk and enjoy and spin in the light and watch it like flash like that. Would you run out and buy one? Yeah, why not? You know, it's unique. You know, how many calendar AM radios do you know of? I don't know of many. It's the only one I've ever seen. I think it's just neat. Panasonic, made in Japan. It's good. They made it easy to work on. I think they built it as just more of a novelty, not as a heavy hitter radio, because it wasn't meant to be running around in the pocket, that's for sure, because you see there's no spot for a wrist strap. Not that I can tell. So, yeah, just kind of a desktop unit there. Pretty cool. Vintage vibe, yeah, all the way. You know, it's like mid-70s. It's amazing. I love that. So, yeah, if I was to recommend this to a vintage collector, yeah, I'd say spend about $20, $25. I think that's pretty fair if you get one in this shape. No dents, no scratches. You know, case looks new, like they never used it, like it just sat in the box the whole time. Yeah, if you can find one like this condition, snap it up, buy it. It's cool. And if the AM works, bonus. Like I said, I didn't have to change my capacitors. I just thought it would improve the reception, and it did quite a bit actually. After doing that, got a little bit more loudness out of it, but it didn't make it perfect. So there's got to be some other little issues in the board, which hopefully in the future I'll learn how to replace and diagnose and all that. So, alrighty, if you love this little Panasonic R-77, big thumbs up on this video. If you are new to the channel and you love vintage radios, make sure to subscribe, hit the little bell icon. Make sure you get notified of new videos I put out every evening. You don't want to miss any. And then make sure to comment below what you think of the Panasonic R-77 Novelty for sure. That's my opinion. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care and goodbye.